Alright guys, before we get started on this video, you'll be seeing me looking over at this camera and it's not gonna be showing anything. So you'll probably be seeing me in my Canon 90D. Something happened with the SD card in it and it did not allow me to access the video. So I'm just throwing this in as a opener to the video coming again about the Zoom H1 XLR. So don't go away. When we come back, we're going to go ahead and discuss this awesome audio recorder. Welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a while, but again, I told you before, financially things are, kind of weird. The last 8 months or so, I think we're kind of getting out of that and expect more videos. With that said, I've been looking around for a recorder for my audio system. Besides, my PreSonus audio box USB 96, and I'll show you guys that. That's it right there. But anyways, I've been using this thing for years. Oh, I can't remember how long it's been since I purchased this for the channel and to actually start using XLR microphones. And I'll tell you, since I switched to XLR and got away from like my Blue Yeti, which was an outstanding microphone, but when I went to XLR, things were totally changed for me, and I love it. And I don't think I could ever go back to just a standard microphone unless I'm like outside recording and I have my Zoom H1N, which is basically a line in 3.5 millimeter line in. It doesn't have any XLR ports to it or anything like that. It was meant to be a better way to record than using your cell phone. So with that said, I was starting to have issues with my PreSonus audio box where with that and the app I was using, which is called AudioBox. That's what it is, AudioBox, which is a free app that you can use. I think it's open sourced, and that's the reason it's free. They do, and they do a lot of updates to it, which, again, it's a good program to have if you're recording and using your computer as the recording interface. Okay, everything goes into your computer via either the PreSonus audio box or your little recorder like my Zoom H1N. And again, I've had so many issues with my PreSonus audio box connecting to the computer and saying, "Hey, I'm here. This is your microphone. Go ahead and start using me." Basically, the computer was not recognizing the audio box, and I had to do several workarounds to get it to work. But when I would start a new video, I could never depend on whether or not it was going to start up or not. So I had to come up with a different plan. Before I get into this video, again, I would like to just bring up that for those of you out there that love guitars and love the reviews I do or the reviews other people do on guitars and playing guitars, learning guitars, my buddy Randy of Randy's Rhythm YouTube channel is giving away a Gibson J45 Authentic. And what that means is it's a 50s authentic. So the guitar was built to basically be just like the guitars that were built by Gibson in the 50s era. And he is giving that away. No strings attached. You don't have to subscribe. None of that. The only thing he's asking is that you were a veteran. This is like his Veterans Day giveaway to a veteran. And again, I don't want to get too deep into it. Go over to his channel, and I will put a link in the description below. And as a matter of fact, I think I put links to his channel under every one of my videos. But if you just go to his channel, you'll see the video, and watch it. He'll tell you what you got to do in order to enter. And again, you don't even have to subscribe to his channel to enter. So there you go. All right. With that said, I wanted to talk again, getting back into what I had to do to work around my PreSonus audio box not working. And I didn't want to go back to a 3.5 millimeter plug into my computer type deal. Again, I wanted to stick with an XLR microphone. And I come up with a plan. Through all the research I did, I found the Zoom H1 XLR. And that is basically what I switched to. And I'm going to do a close-up. I'm going to let you see what that looks like. So I'm going to turn on my little, my Panasonic, or is this, no, my little Sony Handycam. And there you guys go. That is the Zoom, whoops, let me zoom out. That is the Zoom H1 XLR. And as you can see, it's recording right now. It's what I'm using. I wanted to show you all of the ports. So that gave you a good picture of what it looks like, how big it is. Again, it's about as big as your hand, if that. Again, if you're going to use a phantom powered microphone, like the microphone I'm using right here, there's a plug on the side, USB-C, you plug it into a power source, and away you go. And I can power this up, and it works great. Now, this microphone sells for about $149, somewhere around there. And remember, the microphone that I was using before, which was just a USB microphone, the H1N, that actually ran about $110. So $99, depending on if it was on sale. So again, this is not that expensive for an XLR recording system, which fits, you know, as big as your hand. It's crazy. So let me know what you think about the audio. Again, I'm going to record on it just like I always do. You know, you record low, and then you can bring yourself up. But this recorder has so many features on. I wanted to go through. It's a 2-track 32-bit float recorder with dual A/D converters. It's clip-free recording with no need to set gain, and it will do that. And I actually used it. Now, the one thing I don't like about it is it records louder than I want. Now, you can always turn that down in post when you're editing, but I always like to start low and bring my volume up. That's the way I've always done it. That's the way it's always worked for me. But if you don't want that, again, you can use the 32-bit float, which, again, just it eliminates your volume control and all that. It records up to 96 kilohertz sample rates. I think I'm running 32 right now. I think it starts at 24. It has 2 XLR/TRS ports. Of course, in the center, you can always, you know, you plug your TRS type of jack, like the jack you get on an electric guitar. You know, it's, I think, 3 millimeters. You plug it into that. But it does have locks on the XLR, so when you plug it in, it locks in. Now, my PreSonus, when you plug in the XLRs to the port, it doesn't lock in. So you can just push them in, pull them out, and away you go. But on the Zoom H1 XLR, it actually does have little locking tabs. So your microphone doesn't come unlocked accidentally. Hardware, it's got a mic/line input levels, and you can select the switch for each input. I have it actually set at line in. You can set it for mic if you want. And again, I think that uses the built-in mic on this, or it uses the 32-bit float system. That I can't be 100% sure. I will put links to all of this in the video description below if you want to look at this. Oh, it has a quarter by 20 tripod mount on the back of it. It's a little, again, where you can screw in an attachment that you can, you know, set it on a tripod. I use my, what is this? It's an H-Tech. IX Tech. That's what mine is. This is what I use. But again, you could actually hook this to a mic stand like this if you wanted to. Real-time waveform displays on the OLED display, and it does have where you can see your mic levels and everything when you're talking. It's on there. It's a little confusing at first. Again, read the instructions. Don't be a typical guy and just wing it. Read the instructions, okay? Because it will get you through this really quickly, actually. It's got a built-in speaker for quick reference playback and voice guidance accessibility. Of course, every time you click on a setting, there's a voice guidance which tells you this is right, this is wrong, this is what this is, blah, 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 so on and so forth. It's got 32-bit float audio interface for PC, Mac, iOS, and Android interface via a USB-C port. So again, in order to use that 32-bit float, you plug into your computer via the USB-C port. Instead of me plugging it into power, I would plug it into the computer, and I could use 32-bit float if I wanted to. I heard really good things about it. I would rather just record the way I've always recorded, again, allowing me to control that level. 32-bit float, basically, when you speak, you can speak loud or you can speak really soft, and it keeps you from clipping ever, is what it's supposed to do. It also eliminates background noise, depending on if you have that setting on. Use as an interface and record to SD card simultaneously. Records directly to micro SDHC and micro SDXC cards up to 1 terabyte, which is crazy. My H1N would only allow me to record to a card that was 32 gigs or less. That's crazy that this will go up to 1 terabyte. So it has a 10-hour battery life on the 2 AA batteries that it requires, or USB-C bus power, which I'm running bus power, and I think that overrides the batteries, and you don't use the batteries because it is actually plugged in to a like a battery charger that you charge your phone with, like that. So I think it's drawing the power from that. So that is the features of the Zoom H1 XLR. And again, can I recommend it? There is no way I could not recommend this thing. I love the H1N that I have, the little recorder that I have, and I love this recorder. It is so nice. And again, it's got its own microphones built in. I would never use them. I've tried them before and I didn't like them. But it's just such a handy little recording device that you can throw in your pocket, take with you. I always use this is my go-to microphone for this, which is I think it's a Samsung? Sony. It's a Sony microphone. It is just a 1.5 millimeter jack that plugs into the side of this. You can also plug in a set of headphones, again, which this you can plug in headphones. I love Zoom products. I just think as far as audio goes, I think Zoom is it. And I don't think I'm going to be going back to a PreSonus again. The amount of time that I've used it, which is quite a bit, I think about 4 or 5 years. It might even be longer. I'd have to go back and look. I've never had any problems with that. It was just in the last year I started having issues with it and AudioVox. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that. I couldn't tell you, but I noticed it when I got this new laptop. Okay, maybe the laptop has something to do with it and its operating system. I'm not sure. So, okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go. But before I do, I just wanted to mention that my friend Randy over at Randy's Rhythm is giving away a J45, a Gibson J45. It is the Authentic Series. It's a guitar made to be like the guitars that were made back in the 50s. And he is just going to give that guitar away to a veteran. So if you are a veteran or you know of a veteran who would love this guitar, go over to his channel, watch that video. He will give you the instructions on how to enter. And again, you don't have to be subscribed to his channel to enter this. It's not going to cost you a dime. And from what I understand, this is going to be not just in the United States. So, you know, if you're stationed abroad or whatever, but go watch the video. That way you'll get all the instructions on that, and he will explain everything about it. I don't want to say something wrong and get him in trouble, so don't take everything I'm telling you with a grain of salt. But even though I'm a veteran, I'm going to stay out of this one because I would love to see somebody else get it, because I have a plethora of very good high-quality guitars, even though I love that J45. Noah has a J45, so again, I can play a J45 anytime I want to. So, good luck to all of you out there if you decide on getting in on this giveaway. I just want to thank each and every one of you for watching my channel and this video, and expect a lot more videos to come now. Things are starting to pick up for me, thank goodness. And that's pretty much all I have. I'll see you all on the next one.